What's up, guys? Welcome back to another crypto weekly review live stream. This is live stream number 20. So Richard Hart has rugged. He is called in sick to his stream, but we wish him a quick recovery. But I'm in good health and I'm in good spirits. So before we get started, let me know in the chat what you want for Christmas. I want to read that when I shout you out. We also have a crypto Christmas giveaway. So if you commented on the last video, you might win some free cryptocurrencies. And this wasn't for clout. All I did was mention it in the Telegram chat only. So if you don't want to miss out, get in the Telegram chat. And also because I suck at YouTube. The main thing you got to do is shill it out everywhere. I'm doing a giveaway and get people to like and retweet and do all this bullshit. Man, I don't like any of that stuff. So if you were in the Telegram chat and you saw the pin message, you might win some cryptocurrency. I'm giving securities. I'm coming down the chimney and I'm giving securities to all the good boys and girls. Okay. Another thing is, yeah, when we get into the charts, which by the way, I found some crazy stuff that nobody's talking about yet on Bitcoin. I have some new analysis, and that's why you're here, right? You're here for the alpha, where I'm giving you news, analysis, and entertainment until the markets return, until we're at all-time highs again. You remember that? The good days? If you bought Bitcoin at the top right now, you would need a 5x just to break even. So we have a long way to go. And even though the road is going to be kind of bumpy, there's going to be a lot of opportunities along the way. I've already started moving some funds around and dabbling a little bit into cryptocurrency. I think the bottom is close. I think we are bottoming, and I'll show you here in a second on the charts what I mean. I think in Q1, Q2, we're going to be sideways and up, and a little bit of disbelief phase coming up shortly. So I think the worst of the bear market is over. You know, like the massive big drops and big capitulations. I don't think we're out of the woods yet, but I think the worst of it is over. You know, I think we could definitely flush down one more time. That is still, it's not a prediction, but that is still my analysis, is that I'm still waiting for that last flush before I start slowly chimping in and buying up cryptos and stuff. Not all at once. You know, I want to start buying around and near the bottom and not go all in crazy until we have some sort of confirmation, until we have a little bit of a trend reversal. Okay, but yeah, I've already actually been dabbling in some cryptos, and we will talk about it, okay, here in a second. But before we jump into the charts, I'm gonna do some shout outs. And by the way, I brought back the audio box for your viewing pleasure. Okay. And by the way, we had 10 people waiting for the stream. That is an ath. So last time we were at ath, the screen got janked up. So let's see if my audio is right. Is my audio good? How we doing? What's up, chat? About to do some shout outs. What do you want for Christmas? What's up? What's up, Born Yesterday? Shout out to you. Merry Christmas, Hex Factor. Van, shout out to you, bro. I don't think I see you here much, but I'm glad you're here, bro. Last, Merry effing Christmas. It's a WoofPack life. Let's go. Hell yes. Robert Mack, shout out to you. Yo, you're always in the chat. Nico, shout out to you, bro. SBF for prison, please. Live streamed. Yeah, man, it is crazy, man. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but SBF is out. And you know what's weird? Usually, like, if people go get in trouble for hacking or like any kind of like laundering or anything like that, they are not allowed to have a computer, not allowed on the internet, especially someone who jacked $10 billion of cryptocurrency, which he could have in wallets hidden all over. Doesn't matter, as long as he has an internet connection, he can access it, he can send money, he can bribe, he can hide money, he could wash money. But first thing you see is him on a freaking laptop at American Airlines, like executive lounge, on a freaking laptop with the shoes off. Like, dude, what is going on? Usually you can't have zero access to the internet, but he's on his way to mommy's house, okay? And we will talk about that in a little bit. But it just blows my mind. I can't believe the absolute level of corruption that's going on. So yeah, SPF for prison. Steve Easterfield, shout out to you, brother. Merry Christmas from Germany. Crypto Cowboys all the way. Hell yeah, man. Shout out to the Crypto Cowboys. Do I have this in? Do I? Oh, okay. I don't have it anymore. Shout out to the Crypto Cowboys. If the Crypto Cowboys left, we would be done. Crypto Weekly Review would fold up. I'd file for Chapter 11 with SBF. I'd be sitting right next to him, Chapter 11 court, because Crypto Cowboys, love you guys. Last, all I want for Christmas are my 2 vaporware bags. Hey, I might give you a third. We'll see here in a little bit when I do the random comment picker. I'm coming down the chimney with bags of securities. So let's see what happens. 7:30 bang. Merry Christmas, man. Shout out to you. I didn't know I had to be good. You know you got to be good, man. That's why you're getting coal. Robert Mack, Hex for Christmas. Mobility Mark, yo, shout out to you. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome to the WoofPack. Join our Telegram chat. But anyways, I'm Adam Erickson. Shout out to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and, with no further ado, let's jump right into the charts. All right, Bitcoin on the daily chart. You can see we are in another bear flag right here. And now we are rejecting the bottom trend line. And yes, even though this is a sloppy bear flag, this is a bear flag. And you can see all of the different confirmations right here on the line. You can see this one barely closed above the line, and now we are rejecting it. And not only that, but if we remove the drawing tools, you can see we're also rejecting the point of control. So this does not look good for Bitcoin, and I think it's going to go lower. And actually, as you guys know, the year is ending. So I took a look at the month or the yearly chart. This shocked me. Fuck. This is what shocked me right here. If we take a look at the yearly chart, it's very telling. Look at this. So last time we had a down year like this was January of 2018, the 2018-2019 bear market, and look at that candle. Much bigger, much nastier. The problem with this one, it is bearish engulfing. Now, some people will tell you that it doesn't matter. Bearish engulfing has to also include the wick, but I don't. I'm just going by candle bodies. We're bearishly engulfing here. And then what happened? What happened after the 2018 big bearish candle, the whole year of downtrend? Well, we had 3 years of uptrend. Very beautiful. You can see this is what we were talking about, sideways and slightly up. That's what happened in 2019. That's how we closed right here. So will history repeat itself? As you know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. That's the poetry of life. Are we going to get another 3 up years? Remember, everybody was saying, oh no, we won't see anything in 2025. Yeah, guys, we won't see this until 2025, right? We won't see this until 2025. Then it's too late. You tuned out. You're wrecked. You bought the top again. You're 5x from breaking even again, right? So it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work how people think. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of FUD. And, you know, lately we've been labeled the FUD pack, okay? Okay, I don't want to be the FUD pack. Look, I think these next 3 candles will be bullish candles. I think this next year candles, I think this next 2023 candle, it could only be half of this candle. You see how this happened? We're actually only half of this candle. So I could see us doing the same thing and us coming up to like the S1 pivot, like us pumping up to like 33K, 31K for 2023 before we really start to moon again. I can see that happening. I believe that in Q1 or Q2, we're going to start grinding up and people are going to be in disbelief and disheartened and just like sad, right? And they're going to miss out. So I've already started buying a few little bags. We'll talk about that here in a second. And I'm waiting for the most important part of this chart, okay? Check this out. So what, right here, where are we at right here? We're at 14K. This is our support on the yearly. And how many candles do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 yearly, almost 3. Okay, this is pretty damn close. This one was 13, let me look. So we got 1 wick that lines up with 2 candle bodies from 2017, 2018, 2019. This is our support. right here, 13,820. Bro, guys, since 55K, I've been calling 13K. I have not seen this chart. I have not looked at this yearly chart and seen the correlation. This blew my mind earlier. I was like, holy crap. Look at that. 3 years right here. 1, 2, 3 years of support. That's massive support. Okay, now obviously the point of control is down here at 1,500. It's not happening. Remember last bear market, Tone Vase was saying, we're going to go to 1,500. No, it's not going to happen. It's not coming to the point of control. There's no freaking way. I mean, the probabilities are low. Remember, we never think in absolutes. We think in probabilities, okay? There are no certainties, only probabilities. But what's the probability here? Where do we have the support? Even though the volume node is quite low, right here, 13.8, 13.9. This could be the bottom. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I have no idea. But this is what the tea leaves are telling us right here. So that makes me that makes me kind of bullish. But I do think we still need another flush because, you know, like let's go back and look at the daily chart again, and we'll corroborate it with the monthly. Okay, just bear with me. So now we are in a daily downtrend right here. You know, if we turn on the drawing tools back on, you can see that we're rejecting the bear flag. And what's the next stop? The next stop is about 15K. I think we could chop around there into Q1. And then what's this flush? It's like 14.30, maybe with the wick down to here. Okay. Now remember, these pivots get updated every week. So they're just Fibonacci pivots. That way you don't have to draw any fibs yourself. You don't have to figure that out. You don't have to do anything. You just turn these on. So like by then the Fibonacci might actually be down here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly chart really quick. And what does that correlate with? The monthly chart correlates with this right here, the 89, which just popped up, and that's 13.9. That's 13.9. Okay, so that cooperates with the 12-month chart. I'm going to take the drawing tools off so you don't get too nauseous here. And then let's take a look right here. Bam, where are we at? We're at 13.8, and we're actually finding support on these wicks. Okay, so this could be it. I would love it if this candle would actually come down and do an inverse Christmas rally, a Christmas dump, right? And actually come down here and close like that. That would be too good. That would be freaking fantastic. Okay. So what do you guys think about that? Oh yeah, and if we take a look at the weekly, remember that's the 377 exponential moving average, the last chance qualifier, the 2 a.m. bar close. You got to take somebody home. That's the 377 exponential moving average. And where is that? It's right below us now. Okay. And that's right at 14.4, which is lining up with the daily pivots, right? But I'm still thinking 13K. I've been calling it since 55K. And my logic for this was this. I remember us bottoming when the 200 showed up. Now the 377 is showing up. Now the monthly 89 is showing up, right? The monthly 89 is showing up, and it's all in the same place, and it's all lining up with yearly support. All right. Now everybody's calling for below 10K. You know, if you go look at GBTC, it's trading at a 50% discount. You know, there's a chance that we go down there, wick down there, whatever. But I really think the bottom is closer. I mean, we've had FTX collapse. We've had the whole industry burned down, all the funds, everything. This is the great crypto crisis, the GCC. I coined that term after the great financial crisis of 2008 and 2009. This is the GCC with no bailout. Even though SBF is out of jail, maybe he can lower interest rates, right? There is no bailout. This is what would have happened in the great financial crisis if TARP didn't happen. If the Fed didn't step in and start QE. There's no SBF is out of prison. Is he going to start QE for crypto? I don't think so. So this is the GCC. This is the great crypto crisis. I think the worst is behind us. I think a flush is ahead of us. And I think opportunity is ahead of us. And I think the next bull market is going to be the craziest ever. You see that the federal budget in the United States alone is $1.7 trillion just for the government to run 1 year. Like things are way crazy. Like inflation is not going away. We're not going to see 2% interest rates. What we're going to see is if you have assets, you will continue to grow wealth. If you are one of those people that doesn't have any assets, you're going to get left behind. It's going to be a contraction of the middle class. You know, that's what's going to happen because you need assets to be able to keep up with inflation, right? So I prefer crypto. That's what I've known. That's what I've been. I'm almost going on to 7 years in cryptocurrency. That's where I've made a ton of money and changed my life. So I'm staying here, but I'm also going to start getting into some tech stocks and stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, this has been my, this is like the first bullish analysis that I can give you, with the caveat of we're probably going lower. We're probably going lower first, but this is the most bullish that I've been in a long time, which, I mean, I know it isn't saying much because you guys have been literally calling me the FUD pack. Okay. It could be worse. Could be calling me the fudge pack. So what's up, chat? What do you guys think about this? You think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy? Well, I would say if you think I'm crazy, I say you have bear euphoria. You know, if you're waiting for 8K, it's like waiting for 100K. I'm starting to change my mind about the shit, and I'm starting to make moves. I have a shocking announcement to make. All I want for Christmas. All right, let's get in the chat, and after I get in the chat, I'm gonna tell you my shocking announcement. Mobility Mark, it's all over now, baby blue. Yo, you're talking about the 89 exponential moving average. Crypto is dead forever by Ninja. Audio is good. Hey bro, it's you know, I've heard this like 2-3 times already, that crypto has died multiple times, but it always seems to get that shot of epinephrine in the heart somehow. And I think going into this inflationary climate, I think we're going to be in inflationary for the next decade. You know what I mean? It really has no choice to go up in nominal terms. Now, maybe not in real terms. You know, maybe Bitcoin will be 100K, but one Bitcoin will only buy you a McDouble. You know what I mean? But it's going up in nominal terms for sure. As far as going up in real term, adjusted for inflation, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that, bro. Hi, yes, shout out to you. Hey, you're new. Thank you for being here. Ho, ho, ho. What's up, what's up, what's up? Crypto Weekly Review Connect. Adam Erickson, Merry Christmas from Sweden. Hey, bro, shout out to you. I didn't know you were from Sweden. Z, hey, man, what's poppin'? Nico Rovitz, Merry Christmas, bro. Let your boy Richie get some LV bags big enough for his ego for that successful 2023. And I'll add PulseChain launch. I'm hoping to get a PulseChain launch in 2023. I don't think it's going to happen this year. But I've actually been thinking about PulseChain and like what it's going to be like and what the world is going to look like with the PulseChain in it. I think that it's going to do what Phantom did, okay? I think it's going to come out, be obscure, have a cult following. I think there's only going to be like people within the community building on it. There's going to be some gems like PLSD on there. There's going to be some gems like Hedron and maybe a couple more. And it's going to start building hype. And then, just like on Phantom, what happened when Andre Kranya, Daniele Sestegale, and these guys started coming up into Phantom and they hype machined it. And that's what I believe is going to happen. I think some big time devs, some famous devs, who knows, maybe it could even be the Shiba Inu devs or somebody like that. That is going to be the spark that lights the tinderbox for PulseChain. So I think it's going to come out of, I think the main competitor, to be realistic, I think the main competitor is Phantom. And I think once PulseChain can take out Phantom, then, you know, maybe we could work on like, I don't know, maybe like Avalanche, I don't know. But, you know, I still hold all my Phantom. Actually, I swapped it into Spooky Swap and I've been staking it for a year. But the main, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think PulseChain and Phantom are going to have a similar story. I think that it's going to play out similarly. Anyways, that's a long rant. Last, we are proud FUD Packers. We're, oh shit, oh no, hopefully that don't stick. Hopefully that don't stick. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I lost. Hopefully you guys got me still. All right, kind of lost you there for a second. Okay. Anyway, so my big announcement is that I am I've got hundreds of Zen wallets. Okay, I've taken the Zen pill and I've been minting. I've been getting like 10 Gwei. I've been using coin tools to mint Zen. Now I've been talking about what I want in the upcoming cycle. And I've been telling you that I want no sacrifice, no ICO. I told you I want decentralized launches, fair launches, some decentralized products that aren't going to be susceptible from good old Gary Gensler. Okay. So, so I put my money where my mouth is, and I started minting hundreds of Zen wallets. And according to the dashboard on Zen Tracker, mobile tracker, I forgot the site name, but according to that, I'm way up. But of course, just like Hex, you know, in the beginning, I can't sell any of it, you know. And I've built Zen ladders, so I've done that, and I've also bought dump NFTs. So I'm not telling you that's what you should do, but I bought a few dump NFTs, and I'm not saying the word because you guys know I got rugged in the last stream for saying this word. So I've been calling them dump. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing what's going to happen to me. But yeah, the floor price is up and down, you know. Lately, the floor price has been 0.023 or 0.23 ETH. I overpaid for mine, but I'll tell you what, you won't find mine. Like, you won't find anything similar to mine if you look. Like, I can scroll through these. I have the rarest. They're like 2%, 1%. If you, and here's what I mean. Let's say we click on this guy right here. See, this is pretty generic. Then you scroll down, you know, 2% have this trait of green stars, 11% have this trait of blue suit, power fist, 74% have a smile. Well, all mine are like 2, 3, 1%. So you won't see them, but I overpaid. I will say that. And they're in my hodl position. They're not for sale. I'm not selling them. I don't care. I'm just rocking with this. I'm getting into NFTs. I didn't do it in the last cycle, and I'm going to do it in this cycle because I think they're still here. Just the fact that Scottie Pippen's NFT pack sold out in 77 seconds, I still think there is still hype here. I still think that this is happening. I think NFTs are going to carry over into the next cycle, even though the volumes are ridiculously low on that. Is there anything else you guys want me to look at? Speaking of, let's say I took a look at Zen, right? Or I told you that I took the Zen pill, which is probably a huge mistake, and I don't recommend anybody doing it themselves. Here's Zen on the monthly chart. Let's take a look at Zen on the daily chart. I mean, it is down and down and down. It's just nothing but a dump fest. They're having some NFTs that might make Zen deflationary. I think that if they don't, I think Zen's pretty much put a fork in it. But yeah, I'm just doing DeFi. I'm just having fun and speculating and doing DeFi. The shit is basically zero, you know what I mean? And I put in some YOLOs, some YOLO ladders on this, and we'll see. Like, it looks terrible. You know, you can see we're rejecting the S1 pivot. That's already the bottom pivot. And oh wait, no, it's not. You know, below zero is the next pivot. Kind of like the weather out here, and you know. So yeah, I mean, I did do that, and I don't recommend that anybody does it at all. But yeah, I'm probably going to mint up to 1,000 wallets before I'm out. So let's take a look at the chat. What's up, chat? Movie Club, Hex. Okay, you want to look at Hex? No problem. We can look at Hex. Let's see. Hex on the daily chart in a daily downtrend. You can see this beautiful rejection right here of the 21 exponential moving average before it just said, hey, we're not breaking through, and a panic dump. And remember, guys, I don't know if you remember this, but I always tell you that price action chases the wicks. So remember when this guy sold, it was one guy, he sold and then bought back in for less coins. And I told you, I'm like, dude, this shit's going to chop down and come test this. And that's exactly what it is, because that's what price action does. I mean, it typically does what it does. We're almost there. And I think we're going to go below. And I think the next stop right here is about 0.0178. And you guys know I've been calling that for a long time. Because if we take a look at the monthly chart right here, you know, and just because, you know, look, I keep it real with you guys, you know, and I hope that you have thick skin to handle it. You know, I'm not going to baby you or coddle you. I'm treating you like men. And look, I'm not lying to you and telling you everything is going to be okay. You know, like, none of this shit looks good. The community's strong, still strong on Twitter. Things might turn around for Hex. But the shit's going to go lower. You know, it's going probably sub a penny, which I will be buying and making a ladder. You know, because that's what we do. We do crypto, you know. Maybe the SEC is going to shut it down. Maybe it's going to be all over, but maybe not. Things can surprise you and do crazy stuff. I mean, taking for instance ASICs. Look at this. Remember when I told you guys I burned all my PLSD? You know, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the whole time I've been in crypto, it's been like this. Like every time I make a move, it's just wildly good. And I don't know why. I think it's just like a, you know, like almost like a gut instinct, you know? I was like, I'm burning all my shit. Because the logical thing to think about when you're burning PLSD is like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to my PLSD because everyone's gonna burn it. And then I'm gonna moon, you know what I mean? Too simple, too MPC. That's why I was like, shit, yo, I'm gonna YOLO this shit. They gave me thousands of dollars in free money. I'll burn it all. Let's go. Bring it on. Let's do this shit. And I've been mining. This is like my third mining run. I've been mining for 30 days, mining PLSB for 30 days. Got all my ASICs, keep mining, keep mining, keep mining. Well, what else is there to do? There's nothing else to do, you know, like it's the bottom of the bear market. This is what we're doing. And look at the ASICs running. And I think it's going to continue to. There's no reason for me. I mean, it's going to correct and, you know, have its times, but the shit's a hype train. Get on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just winning, you know, like even winning in the bear market. It feels freaking good, guys. It feels good. And it just goes to show you that don't give up, don't get disheartened. And the main thing is what you want to do in crypto is do crypto. You know, speculation is fun. Trolling and news and all that shit that I do is fun. But you got to get in there, roll up your sleeves, figure this shit out, how it works, make a judgment call and go with it and then stay with it. You know what I mean? And that's what's worked for me, not financial advice for you. I'm just telling you what worked for me, and look, it's working again. So that was pretty badass. You know, that was a good call, and I'm going to keep mining, and I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling my PLSB. I don't need passive income. I don't want any of that shit. I want moon. I want a moonshot. You know what I mean? So ASICs is looking beautiful. It's looking absolutely beautiful. I hope that Zen can do that one day because now I'm in it, but you won't be seeing a bunch of shills for me on Zen. Just because I'm not much of a shill. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not promoting Zen. I'm not promoting any of this shit. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, you know. As far as Hex, you know, I still want to buy sub a penny, even if the worst case scenario, you know, comes out and then we finally get the official complaint from the SEC on Hex and stuff like that, and everybody panic sells and we go sub a penny. You know, like I see that happening. I'm going to be buying when everybody's selling because I buy when there's blood on the streets. And even if the shit is dead in the water, even if this shit, you know, like the unimaginable happens, we have the freaking Johnny Depp trial, but it's Gary Gensler versus Richard Hart, you know, like even if it gets that bad and it's all public and all these things, I'm still going, I'm going to, because the shit pumps no matter what, you know what I mean? Like in the bull market, it's all going to pump, and then even if I get 2-3x or something like that, I'll be happy. But best case scenario, you know, the shit blows over, you know, or even it doesn't get resolved until after the next pump rally. You know, there's a lot of things where it's not over, you know, like sometimes the SEC takes 3-4 years to make a decision and do all these things and have all this investigations and stuff. That could be after that next ath. Okay, so never think in indefinites, always think in probabilities. The probabilities are not that great on Hex, you know, like right now it's not looking very good, but it could turn around, and I'm willing to do a little bit of a gamble on that. And I'm not saying that's what you should do. You should definitely stay away. Okay, I'm not shilling the shit. But let's take a look before we move on. Let's take a look at Hex on the yearly chart. Oh my god. Oh, bruh, the volume doesn't even show up. Dang, that's the nastiest yearly chart I think I've ever seen. That's rugged, bro. That's rugged, with the emphasis on rug part. All right, so what's up, chat? What's going on? Hex Go Turtle, hey, shout out to you, buddy, and welcome here. I don't think I've seen you here before. Anybody else have anything you want to look at before I move on into the news? Hex for Christmas, hey, you might just get it. Do y'all want to do the giveaway already so you can get back to your families? Should we do that next? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to do the giveaway right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to. It's all over now, baby blue. Oh yeah, okay, we're way down. Way down. Better than late. Hey, tech dude, shout out to you. I enjoy your tweets. I follow you on Twitter. That's the real me following you. Yo, what's going on? Anthony Martinez, Christmas everybody. Go COP. Copel. What's everybody's metaverse gaming pick? Hey, I'm thinking about in the Shiba, Anthony Martinez. I'm interested in getting into the Shiba ecosystem, and Shibiratrum or whatever. They got their own chain coming out. They have a game and stuff like that, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. You're into Zen, just like some famous hex streamers. No worries, we still love you. Yeah, man, I'm not into Zen. I just want to say I'm not into Zen. I'm not shilling Zen. I'm just telling you what I did. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. I'm not like, I'm not bending the knee and doing the shit. You know what I mean? I'm not doing all that. I'm just saying that I like decentralized launches, and I got to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm not interested in anything that had a sacrifice phase. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to buy a ticket on the Titanic. You know, we already seen what happens. It's an ICO. You know, there's gonna be a bunch of trouble. So as long as you guys know that, I'm not trying to shill you Zen. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's all. I'm probably gonna make like 1,000 addresses and call it good. Why? Because I like how it launched, and I think that Zen is the future of how things are going to launch. That you just minted off of the gas fees. You know what I mean? I think it's genius. I think it's revolutionary in that aspect. I think it's way too overinflationary, and I hope they have some tricks on getting down the inflation, because otherwise it's just going to keep looking like shit. You know. So I'm not shilling Zen. Let's do the giveaway. Okay, let's do the giveaway. All right, here we got the YouTube. Random YouTube comment picker. Drum roll. You guys ready for this? Are you ready? All right, let me get the link. Let me get the link. All right, here we go. Last I knew, there was like, you have 1 in like 43 chance. All right, paste your YouTube link. Paste. All right, let's go. Anything goes. Include replies. Allow duplicates. No. Include replies. No. No replies. Anything goes. Keyword filter, custom filter, top rated comments, currency filter, first comment filter. All right, anything goes. Let's go. Pick a winner. Complete. So you have 1 in 37 chance. All right, let's pick a winner. Vertigo Spiral. Great content as always. Love the background graphics also. So which one of you is Vertigo Spiral? Huh? Which one of you guys is Vertigo Spiral? Whoever that is, shout out to me. Shout me out. Hit me up on Twitter. Damn, I never even heard of this person. I was hoping a Crypto Cowboy would get it. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna save that. Vertigo, he's no-showed. Next. Vertigo Spiral, where you at? Should we do only whoever's in the chat? Is that what you guys want to do? Put a 1 in the chat, or put a 2 in the chat if you think that that's not fair. Who is Vertigo Spiral? Do you guys know who that is? Only in the chat? Tech Dude is saying no. All right, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. So as you guys know, the bear market has been pretty tough on everybody. And let's take a look at where are we at? Where is my link? Okay. Well, sorry about the dead air. I was looking for my link. So, taking a look at some global macro. 1-1. Nobody knows this guy. I'm selfish. Should we keep going until somebody in the chat gets it or what? Y'all are cold-blooded. Let's come back to it. Vert might be a bot. Damn, you guys are ready. Dude, let's get our pitchforks and go get him. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the global credit impulse is weaker than the great financial crisis. Okay, so what's the credit impulse represents the flow of new credit issued from the private sector as a percentage of GDP. And looking at this chart, It's looking like a soft landing is probably not in the cards because we are already lending less in the private sector compared to GDP than in 2008 financial crisis, which kind of makes sense since we have printed so much more freaking money, you know, but and things are more, I would say, extreme, but this is definitely a sign for a kind of a tough landing in 2023. That final flush we were talking about, that can actually cause rate cuts. And we have to ask ourselves, is that what we want? We want more 0% interest rates, you know, is that what we want? Refinance our houses? Well, the 2-year yield versus the FFR, the Fed's funds rate, is signaling that we could have a pivot very soon. You can see in 2005, the red line is the federal funds rate, and then the blue line is the 2-year treasury yield. You can see that they went inverted right here in late 2006, and then we had a little bit of sideways action until the 2008 financial crisis, the GFC, and then bam, you can see it went all the way down until it inverted again. And then from 2010 to 2015, we were pretty good. And then now, and after about 2016, the Fed tried to tighten monetary policy a little bit, even though the times were good. And what happened as soon as the 2-year crossed the FFR? Well, they cut rates again to 0, okay? And then right here is the Cozy 19. Right here is the GFC, right? Right here is the dot-com bust. So since 2005, for the last 20 years, basically every time the 2-year FFR happened, we had a pivot shortly after. You can see right here, they pivoted right away into, but the pivot happened before the GFC or before Cozy 19. And it's always been a conspiracy theory of mine to be like, dude, they used Cozy 19 to cover up a bunch of really crappy monetary policy. And it was really basically another bailout. It was another big bank bailout, but even bigger. Because as you know, the more you print, the more you have to print, you know? So the next one is going to be even bigger. And what that's going to mean is huge pumps in assets, massive pumps, Bitcoin over 100K. But is that good though? Because what does that mean for the living standard of the little guy if inflation continues to rise? We're kind of in a catch-22. We're kind of in a conundrum. So it'll be interesting to see, like I was saying last night, you know, I was like, dude, I don't know what's going to happen next, but it's definitely not going to be boring. It's definitely going to be a lot of fireworks happening here. So this is the theory. It's coming from Lynn Alden, and it is accurate in the last 20 years. But if we zoom out a little bit, you know, like we could chop around here in mid to 2023, and then they start cutting. And you know, if we get that pivot, you know it's because things are broken. And then we have that flush and the pivot. You can see the pivot right here until we finally invert back over. So, I mean, there's going to be a giant flush with it, along with it, until it can actually turn around. So that's the 2-year versus the effective federal funds rate, the FFR. So it's signaling a possible pivot in 2023. And I guess that's what we want. Is that what we want? Or do we want an honest correction? Okay. Well, now if we take a look back and we go further back in time to the 1980s inflation crisis that we had, you could see the 2-year FFR inversion lasted for many years. The Fed tightened monetary policy such that the FFR is greater than the 2-year treasury yield, the same inversion that people are focused on today. However, the Fed continued to raise rates after the inversion to remain restrictive and tighten further. Are you telling me like we had the federal funds rate almost 20% at 20% interest rates to get down, to tamper down inflation back then? And we had a way stronger economy back then. We had more savings and we had less debt. So this was even a better scenario. So what is the Fed going to do? Are they going to be able to maintain the course? Or are we going to pivot right away, just like we did through the 2000s? So that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. But you have to, this is why it's important to hold assets, you know, because the wealthiest 10% of Americans own a record 89% of all stocks. And that's why you can't find luxury goods. That's why a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo is 120 grand. You know what I mean? You want to be one of the people that holds assets, that holds real estate going into this inflationary world that's going to happen. I really, you know, we have beat, you know, inflation's at like what, 7.1%. for the CPI, the consumer price inflation, I think that we're going to find some trouble getting below 5% for years. So you want to hold, and I'm happy to have a HODL position that I'll never sell, because if you're not holding assets, if you're not holding real estate, if you're not holding this, you're going to get left behind, and it's going to be harder and harder. The hole for the middle class and the working poor is going to get deeper and deeper, and it's going to be harder and harder to climb out. So I own a brick and mortar business. I own it outright. I don't have any debt on it. You know what I mean? I own, I own a supercar. I have no debt on it. I own, a super truck. I own a house, a nice house, and I own a lot of crypto and things like that. And I'm going to be diversifying some more into stocks as we get that flush. I think it'd be a good idea to buy some of that stuff. But I'm a crypto guy, okay? So we're going to focus on crypto here. And one thing I was looking at is the top 5 most Googled cryptocurrencies worldwide in 2022. And I know we've done similar things, but we have a little bit more analysis on this. So when I talk about what are the blue chips, right? What are the blue chips cryptocurrencies to buy during the next flush? All right. Dang, now I sound like Carl from the moon. Oh, shit. Okay, but what are the blue chip stock? Well, let's take a look at what's the most searched cryptocurrencies in 2022. Now, here's a list, and I know, guys, this is kind of out of order, right? It's going by US monthly searches instead of global. See, because you got Shiba Inu is actually 3rd in global. So bear with me. This chart's is super chaotic. I don't know who did this chart, but it's good data. So Bitcoin is number 1. It's got 28,410 monthly global searches. About 4.5 million of that is in the United States. In the United States, Shiba Inu comes in 2nd. And that's why I was talking about how I want to get into the Shiba Inu universe. And, they have a leash token, they have bone token, they're having a Shibatrum. It's like their Arbitrum. They're going to be a layer 2 for Ethereum for their ecosystem. They have a game that's on the App Store and stuff. It's like a trading card game for NFTs. They got NFTs coming. Guys, look, Shiba Inu is the 2nd largest search in US monthly searches. Like, you can't sleep on this. You don't have to like it, but you can't sleep on this. This is raw data. Then you got global monthly searches about 4.5 million, and in global, Dogecoin gets number 2. And as you guys know, I like Dogecoin, okay? And I'm going to be picking some up. So if we go ahead and take a look at the Dogecoin chart really quick, I'll tell you where I'm trying to buy. So let's take a look at Dogecoin if it'll ever load up. So now I did make good money trading Dogecoin already. I bought sub a penny and sold 9 cents, and I missed the pump all the way to ATH. I thought I was a genius. I should have held it, but I held a lot to the top, but I also like to take profits. So it's one of those things, like if you don't take profits, you're gonna cry, and if you do take profits, you're gonna cry. Crypto is always gonna hurt you no matter what. So you got to be tough-skinned. You know what I mean? And that's the part of what it's like to be in a WoofPack. The WoofPack is, like we look at things seriously, and we look at things frankly. Okay, so I missed this. I missed 74 cents because I was a genius and sold at 9 cents. I think it was right here. I sold, not here. So I was a genius. I bought under a penny. So what's a realistic buy for Dogecoin? And I'm saying this as what I'm gonna do and not what you should do. I don't think you should do anything. So if we're looking at the S2 pivot right here at about 5 cents, well, I think I could go lower. So why did Dogecoin pump, right? Dogecoin pumped because of Elon buying Twitter, and he's always shilling Dogecoin, and he's going to continue to shill Dogecoin, okay? And what's it painting right now? Well, it's painting a descending triangle. So if we take a look like this, here's our descending triangle. It's quite steep, so bear with me here. You can see right here, it's kind of already poking through. Take a closer look. Okay, so what's the measured move? Well, let's take the measured move really quick. A little sloppy, but let's go. Just bear with me. Okay, like 4 cents below this pivot. I'm looking at 2 cents, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But you can see the point of control here on the daily chart in this area. See, it's kind of in this area alone, the point of control is right about here. I think we're gonna break it because I'm still counting on us going down. And now Dogecoin has a lot of hype. And you know, Elon is stepping down as Twitter CEO. He's gonna focus on bigger and other things. I think that gives enough time for Dogecoin to cool down. But I think the hype is going to be real for a long time. And I got actually another chart to show you why I'm thinking this right here. So while Dogecoin price is down roughly 55%, which is, you know, jack shit, you know. So year to date, the internet search data suggests that the potential pool of buyers could be relatively higher in number than sellers, similar to Bitcoin. You can see right here that the interest in as far as Google search on Dogecoin is trending upwards. Okay, so you want to buy the correction. So like, which is painting a descending triangle, and I believe it's going to correct. This is all Elon hype. This is where we were before. Everything else took out its lows. I have no doubt that it's going to take out the lows of the S2 pivot. So I'm waiting for it to take out these lows and then reevaluate with the ultimate target of 2 cents. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think you should buy any of this shit. But that's what I'm going to do right here. So I wanted to take out this low. Everything else took. Remember how we always look at June lows and how Bitcoin and everything has. Remember when it was happening in real time and I told everyone we're going to take out these June lows? We did. And I think Doge needs to too. I think Doge needs to capitulate. I think we need to see Elon step down from Twitter and really freak people out and dump the shit. You know, it like at the end of the day, even with the Elon buy Twitter pump, let's take a look and see what really happened, because charting is just psychology, right? So we never actually took out the previous high. So to get to a proper uptrend, we have to take out the previous high. But we bounced off of it and bounced off of it hard. Okay, so it didn't actually do anything. Anything below 14 cents is just another lower high in a continual downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. That's a downtrend. And that's what's going to continue to happen and with Dogecoin. And I think it's going to take out its June low. And once it does, I'm going to perk up and I'm going to buy a little bit. Because it's time to start chimping in my opinion, very slowly. You know, that's why I only, you know, I bought some Trump NFTs. It's something that's for my HODL position. Oh, shit. I mean, dump NFTs. So I bought some dump NFTs because a former president has a cryptocurrency. Okay, that's about as much hype as you can get. Now, on the flip side, there's a lot of people that don't like him, but they weren't going to buy anyway. You know what I mean? So there's another, you know, it's going to get heat from the government, all this shit, you know, because they sue him for everything. But I bought some, and I see the floor prices going up. I think they're going to do well in the next bull, and I'm not going to sell them until the next bull. They're in my HODL position. I enjoy having them, and I got rare ones, dope-ass ones. Like, you'll never guess which ones I have. You'll never see them in there. Because I looked hard, and I always checked and waited. And the last one, it popped up, and I instantly bought. I just bought asking price. I knew that was lit, you know. And it's for some reason, like, I typically do good, so like I have the eye. I trust myself. I trust my eyes. You know what I mean? And if I think it's lit, then everyone thinks it's lit. You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing. So taking a look at this chart again. Yeah, so here's your Google Trends. Now I looked at the other thing. Yeah, Cardano. Okay, all right, so now you guys know that I hate Cardano because I could have got into the ICO and I didn't. Okay, so I've hated it ever since, but I am coming around. So let's take a look at anything on this list is what I consider a blue chip. These are your blue chip ones right here. Now I would never buy XRP because I'm a hater. And I just think it's a digital ledger technology and DLT. Yeah, digital ledger technology. They have 30 nodes. They're all run by their own staff. They got a big problem with the SEC. I'm not into it. So SafeMoon, I think, is the biggest YOLO of this all. Nexus is being threatened to be shut down. And I think that's why it's being in the Google ratio. So I discount Nexus. SafeMoon had a huge celebrity hype, and also SafeMoon's hype shill pieces, the celebrities, they all got sued. So I discount that because I think that the Google traffic was people like seeing who got sued, you know. And XRP also, a lot of the Google traffic could be because of the SEC lawsuit. So discount that. Litecoin, dude, it's Litecoin. The last time I used Litecoin is when Bitcoin was bottlenecked. The mempool was bottlenecked and I couldn't send my Bitcoin. So I did a Litecoin and then swapped. So yeah, so no, I don't want that. And then so we're looking at Ethereum, Doge, Shiba, and Cardano. And why am I coming around to Cardano and changing my mind on that and updating my worldview? Well, because Charles Hoskinson seems to be a great guy. Safe Moon is trash. Firebrand, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, I agree. It's trash. The only reason it's on the hype list is because people are Googling the celebrities. So you got to kind of like, you can't just look at the data. You have to be able to interpret it through what you've experienced. You know what I mean? Otherwise, the data can be very misleading. But yeah, why am I coming around to Cardano? And as you guys know, I don't really like Cardano. Is because Charles Hoskinson, and we're so abused by like the whole Richard Hart thing and like all his crazy antics and his midlife crisis meltdown and all that shit. So I'm starting to think like, yo, but all right, so who is a good role model for the cryptocurrency space? Well, Charles Hoskinson is the co-founder in ETH, and he started his own chain, but he's not using the EVM. He's got his own like language code that's not compatible with other Ethereum tokens, which I don't like. Then they have their own DEX. It's like called Sunday Swap, and it's buggy, whatever. Their NFTs, like people hopped in and all got wrecked. So I'm not big on like. I'm not saying that Cardano ecosystem is something I'm going to be participating in, but I think it's a blue chipper that you could blue chip, big name that's safe to get in for the next market. I think that's what I think. Not financial advice, but you know, like he's all over Twitter. He's doing interviews. He's a soft-spoken, very, very intelligent, mild-mannered guy that's in the crypto space. That's healthy for the crypto space. And he's got his own hot sauce. You know, Richard Hart don't have his own hot sauce. And then also he has, you know, he was partying with T-Pain and Snoop Dogg and all this stuff. Like he's a big name, heavy hitter. You know, he brings good attention. You know, it's not about, you know, like it's crazy because Richard Hart always says, oh, well, I should have way more subscribers. I called the top. I did this. You all should love me. You know, and it's like, yeah, I know, but you would have more subscribers if you weren't such a dickhead about everything. You know what I mean? Like, and if you weren't like doing all this stupid like flexing and all this stuff, you know. So I think that only Richard Hart's antics is the only thing that's holding him back from his true potential. You know, because I think he's smarter than Charles Hoskinson, but Charles Hoskinson he's playing the long game. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I'm interested in ADA. So my blue chippers are, I'm not going to buy any more Bitcoin because I have a huge hodl position. I don't need any more. So my interesting when we're bottoming, I'm looking at Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. I'm going to participate in the Shiba Inu ecosystem, kind of like I do in the Hex ecosystem, and Cardano. These are the names that I'm interested in. So what's up, chat? Blue chip, Safe Moon, Alan Thick. It's not a blue chip, bro. I was saying that I think it's only been a keyword in a lot of Google searches is because of the celebrity lawsuits that were against it. It's not a blue chip. Let's see. Chimp season soon. What's up, Crypto Cat Doge? Yeah, it is chimp season, huh? I think it's pretty soon. So what up? What else we got? Tech Dude, unless we get gatekept like the last Binance poll did it. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's going to be hard to shake the stigma in the Hex community. It's hard. And that's why I'm kind of diversifying into other communities. And I'm not trying to like, look, I'm showing you blue chip stuff. And I told you not SafeMoon, not Nexus, not XRP, and not Litecoin as a caveat. And so if you're coming in late, but I'm not trying to like off ramp you from Hex or anything like the other like influencers try to get you into some obscure like scam coin or anything. I'm showing you like, dude, I'm gonna be in the Shiba Inu universe. It's second place globally monthly search in the deep of the bear market. This shit is going to continue into the next market. And like, look, I told you I minted hundreds of Zen wallets, right? Which I'm telling you not to do. Don't do that. It's high risk. But I'm saying I did that because I enjoy the DeFi, the deep, intelligent DeFi that it is. But the majority of people in the crypto space, in the majority, especially the people who are going to be coming in from like sports betting and all the other stuff, once the hype starts, once the bull market starts and all the newbies come, I just don't think that they're going to sit around and take the time to figure out Zen. I don't think they're going to care. I think they're going to buy Shiba Inu. I think they're going to buy Dogecoin. Shiba Inu is having a new chain, having their own chain, a layer 2, Shibatrum. They have leash and you can stake it and do all these things. I'm not trying to off ramp you from there. I'm just saying, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm telling you that I'm going to participate in the Shiba Inu universe. Why? Because it has hype. You know, I don't see Hex on here, you know, and the only other one that I'm interested in is Cardano because Charles is a great guy. I'm taking a look at Hex Google stats right here. If we take a look at worldwide in the past 12 months, Hex under finance, because it's kind of a, you know, product market fit. I mean, Hex can mean a lot of things. So, you know, we have it's declining, but let's take a look in the United States is what I saw. United States. Why isn't it on top? You know, it's really crashed in the last 8 months. Not too bad. Alaska's where all the traffic's coming from, and Richard Hart, he's getting these spikes. I think it's each time he does a stunt. Here's a Head and Shoulders. Worldwide, mostly in Australia. That's no surprise to anybody, huh? Hex is all about Australia. Australia is all about Hex. I don't think they know of any other cryptocurrency at all. So what do we got in the chat? What's up, chat? Am I triggering anybody yet? Tech dude, RH will have a museum, better flex than hot sauce. Yeah, I mean, okay. No, I'm not gonna go to a museum. Is he gonna charge money? Like, what is he gonna do? Like, what am I gonna go into an LV store? I don't know what's all gonna be in there. You know, SEC letters. I know it's a better flex than hot sauce, but it just shows you like the wholesomeness of the guy. You know what I mean? He's out here. He's accepted. He's liked. I'm not saying I'm getting into the Cardano universe. I'm not, because I don't like the code. I don't like their smart contracts that they don't even work. I just think that it's going to be a hype coin. And that's what we're talking about. Remember, we're like divorcing our feelings from our cryptocurrencies. And that's kind of what the mantra of Crypto Weekly Review is, that we look at shit objectively and be like, yo, okay, well, I kind of don't like this. And their code's not EVM. It's not compatible with any other tokens anywhere. So, you know, and the NFTs flopped. Sunday Swap sucks, but it's still got hype. And Charles is a marketable guy. He's ad revenue friendly. You know what I mean? He's smart, and he has a following, and he's not gonna have a midlife meltdown on me. You know what I mean? So that's why. Yeah, I don't think he's as smart as Richard. Hot Sauce NFT. What's up, Alan Thick? What's up, bro? Welcome. I'm gonna give you a howl. Alan, what do you think? I'm minting hundreds of Zen wallets. What do you think, bro? Firebrand. WoofPack is talking about armies. Got to find those coins with armies. Exactly. You know, and I would like to co-mingle the WoofPack with other things than just Hex Universe, even though, you know, PLSD is in ASIC and BPLSD is blowing my mind and really making me a ton of money in the bear market, and I'm grateful for that. But it's time to expand our horizons and understand other protocols. I think there's other protocols that are out there, and if we don't look at those, I think we're gonna get left behind. That's what I think. And we shouldn't be left behind because we have tunnel vision on something that we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next. You know what I mean? That's why I got dump NFTs, because there's never been a president with a crypto, ever. So I'm Polygon, I hate that, but you know, it's crazy that Polygon's not on here. You think it would be, but it's not. And I'm not interested in Polygon. Alpha Commission. This is the important point, because something like 80% of coins never made their previous all-time highs last cycle. Exactly. Thank you, sir. If you want to invest in coin pre-bull market, It has to have an army to survive. Museum is a cringe idea. In my opinion, yes. You know, unless it's like a war museum or like something that, you know, you go like say I like to go to museums. You know, I like to go to the Air and Space Museum. I used to fly and stuff like that, so I'm into aviation. I'm into like history and stuff like that. I'm a history nerd. Like that's the YouTube videos I'll watch. So it's like when I go to a museum, like I watch the history like come to life. I can touch it and feel it and read the stories, and like it makes an impact into you to remember what happened before and to see actual artifacts that were there. You know, I like went to the Titanic Museum, you know, and they have like the bulkhead, like a piece that they like pulled up, and you see like little baby shoes and all this stuff, and it's a moving, you know, and you're like, oh damn, that shit sucked, you know, like, and you feel part of history. You know what I mean? That's like what I see a museum is. Like when we're gonna go to a museum and see his like fart stained Louis on drawers, like I don't care about that. Like a diamond that's like brown, looks like a river rock, I don't care about that shit. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care about that shit. Love your show, bro. The most entertaining, in my opinion, in crypto. Thank you. And by the way, thank you for mentioning that, because I'm actually going to be trying to put out 2 meme videos next week and a live stream. Okay. So I'm going to try to step up the volume a little bit. I'm kind of at the mercy of things that are going on. You know what I mean? Because like I'm always like scraping. I'm like my mind is like an AI. I'm just scraping through articles. And if something hits me as funny, that's typically what I put in the meme videos, because I try to make it more about entertainment. Even though like if you followed my calls, you would be great. You would be doing great. But I don't want to be like a prediction channel, because you can get in trouble for just doing predictions. I don't know if you know that. Or like anything like that. I want to be more of like an entertainment channel, and then like slippy little tidbits of red pill information. Not like Roll Tomasi red pill, but you know, like red pill. Like there's some real shit in there, you know. And I'd like to take the craziness of the crypto community and bring it to life. You know, the live streams are hard for me. I'm not a live streamer. This shit's like I get nervous as shit, you know, before I come on. So I'm not a big time live streamer. And but yeah, I thank you, and I appreciate that to you, for you, man, that you said that. I appreciate that. And we're trying to build and grow, you know. And I think as we expand to other like arenas other than just Hex, you know, I think that we're also going to grow and expand and stuff. And actually, now that we're talking about this, I want to mention that there's a top shill for Shiba Inu, and I messaged him, and I hope I have enough clout to get a response and get him on the show. He's a small YouTuber. He gets like 1,000 views a video, 500, like me. So it'd be nice to get, but he's an expert, and I'd like to get him on and ask him questions and be like, yo, hey, so tell us why we should give a shit about Shiba Inu, you know? And just tell my audience, because we're all curious about Shiba Inu. Why is it got so much fucking hype? People love dog coins. They don't want to think. They don't want to figure out complex DeFi. They just want a token to go up. That's it. And that is why the dog coins will always be good. That's why meme coins are always going to be lit. So just food for thought, you know. So I'm trying to bring him on, an expert, right? And then sit him down and just be like, yo, tell us about it. Show it to me. Let me know what's popping. What's up with Shiba Inu? Why should I care? And trying to bring him on. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to build this community. What I want to do is inform and entertain. You know, I want to like make you laugh, and I want to make you smart. And that's it. And I don't ask for anything. Like I just don't. I don't make any money or anything like that. And I don't have a token, and all that shit. So yeah, Alan Thick, love the stream. What? Be mindful of love. Shout out to you. Hey, let me give you a howl. Thank you for coming. You're probably gone already by now. Just popping in. Alan Thick, love the stream. Keep up. Keep taking while I wrap these presents. Keep talking while I wrap these presents. All right, shout out to you, man. Make sure you got all the corners creased so that they can't peek. All right. I remember those days. Tech dude, RH really should go back to things like sends, donations, trying to make the world a better place, not just flexing himself. Let's take the higher road. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just someone I can't get behind, and you know, there's people in my life that I talk crypto to, and we all just laugh about it. You know, like nobody takes it seriously, and I think Hex is a serious thing, and I think it's one of the coolest DeFi projects out there. That's what I think, and I think it does a real disservice to Hex acting crazy. You know what I mean? I think it does more damage than good. So that's my personal opinion, and not a personal emotional development advice. Oh shit. Robert Mack, thanks for being in our Telegram chat. I think you provide a lot of value. I think you provide value there. Tech Dude, you are the great live streamer. Got us fooled. Oh shit, man! If only you knew. Be mindful of love. Still here. Shout out to you. 730 bang. I think RH is actually trying to wash more people out of Hex at these prices, to be honest, which is good. Bring on the Hex reset. I want to see more people dump 30 million Hex for $700,000. So yeah, you know what I mean? I'm still planning on buying whatever. I'm still down. Look at PLSD, you know, like I'm not leaving that ecosystem. I think PulseChain can be a direct competitor to Phantom. I think PulseChain has the if it comes out, will do a similar trajectory to Phantom. And you know, like, you want to guys look at it? Because Phantom's one of my babies. It's one of my hodl positions that I didn't sell. I staked it for, it's been over a year now that it's been staking. I never even opened, I haven't even looked. It might not even be there. I haven't even looked. I just put it on there and forget it. And that's how I won in this market, man. That's how I won with Hex. I just forgot about it, just left it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm doing with Zen. I'm just making a ladder. And it's quite addictive. And by the way, I've been getting Gwei at like 10. I've been getting 10 Gwei. This morning, I got 10 Gwei, and then this afternoon, I went back and looked, and it was 51. I was like, holy. So I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to forget about it, you know what I mean? And see how it pans out. Maybe it's going to be a dud, you know, but I like the way it launched. I hope every project, I hope every DeFi project launches the way Zen does, with a little bit more restrictions on how much you can mint. You know, like with like, it's got to like fall off at the end. You know, it's got to be like a 120-day rollout phase. With the longer you wait, the less you get, and then become like somewhat deflationary, maybe. You know, I know that poses a problem of having too much tokens in a small group of people. So maybe they know more than me. I don't know. Maybe they can make this work. But it's DeFi. It's true DeFi, and it's hated. And it reminds me of Hex. And not shilling it. I don't think you should buy it. I think you should avoid it. I think the probabilities are that it's going to be wrecked. That's what I think the probabilities are. So that's the truth. What about Rex? Let's take a look at Rex, man. So yeah, but before we do, I think PulseChain's gonna do something like, damn, that's really good. You know, something like this. All we need is Andre Kranya to show up and bring his followers, because these tech guys, these coders, these programmers, these devs, they have a following, and people will follow them die hard and buy all their stuff. Don't let Andre Kranya come to PulseChain, you know, or a Andre Kranya archetype. I think that's going to be the explosion for PulseChain, if it happens. So why don't we talk about Rex, Scotty? Scotty wants to talk about Rex, so let's take a look at Rex. Don't tell me I deleted it. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to have any dead air. XRX. So all right, so recently Thomas Rex, which I've had on this channel, one of the greatest, smartest guys, you know, out there. Just can't say enough good things about that guy. He's the founder of Rex. Just a genuine good person, you know. I can see a good person from a mile away. So now they said that they're going to be going on to am I right? Are they going on to Polygon? I think they're going on to Polygon, which is an upgrade from BSC, because honestly, you know, there's nothing but rugs and scams on BSC, and they're going to be doing another rollout phase. They're going to have just another Rex on there that it's going to be upgraded. So I don't know what that means for BSC Rex. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Wait, that's XRP. I'm looking for XRX. There you go. Sorry about that. This is more like it. So here we go. You know, it took out this low, September 22 low. It's looking real bad. Had a nice little pump here. and rejected the S1 pivot and below the 21 exponential moving average, dumped below the S2 pivot. Man, what does that mean? What does the Polygon launch mean for XRX? I think I'd rather participate on it on Polygon than buy this, and I think that's what everyone thinks, and I think that's a hard pill to swallow, and I think that's the reality that no one wants to say out loud, and someone's got to do it. So there you go. It's like pulling a tooth. No one gives a shit about BSC Rex now, and well, at least I don't. So that's the truth. But I still like Rex. I like it's real DeFi. The AA lobby might be decentralized enough for me to participate on Polygon. Now that I have dump NFTs on Polygon, I might as well just go to Polygon. You know, I hate swapping chains, but so what do you think about Rex? Is Pulse Litecoin coming out next? Oh shit. How about Pulse ADA? Oh my, nah, I'm good, player. I gotta focus on what I know and what I like, because it seems like, you know, like when I burned all my PLSB and went into ASICs and that was the right call, it seems like every time I do something it just works. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is my world, we're in a simulation. I don't know what it is, but no matter what I fucking do, so my gut tells me to go to Polygon on this. That's what I think. So sorry if that hurts your feelings and stuff and makes people mad. Don't unsubscribe. I had to pull a tooth, that's all. Now, I did Google Trends Crypto Weekly Review, and not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. And nothing popped up. Nothing. Y'all need to start Googling. All right, so speaking of OpenSea, we were talking about dump NFTs. You won't find another one like mine if you search all the way down here. Well, OpenSea, the NFT marketplace, is delisting Cuban artists and users. According to ArtNet, they said that we will comply with U.S. sanctions law. The OpenSea spokesman told ArtNet News, "Our teams of service explicitly prohibit sanctioned individuals in sanctioned jurisdictions, and services from using OpenSea." This is another really sad moment for cryptocurrency that's supposed to be decentralized and supposed to make you your own bank and give opportunity for those that are under that bank the unbanked. You know, this is another big hit for the crypto space. You know, like, but that they have to do it, or you know, like it's the government's going to come and shut them down. So it's really sad to see that people in Cuba, which are great people, you know, like I live in the United States, so I'm a creature of the Caribbean. You know, I've been traveling around there. You know, I've never been to Cuba, you know, but I used to always go to Puerto Rico. It's just like you could spit off a cliff in Puerto Rico and hit Cuba. You know what I mean? It's like close. It's, you know, Jamaica's underneath it. Been there a few times, so it's like I'm a creature of the Caribbean, and these are really good people down there that deserve opportunities. And it's really sad to me that that they're coming after NFTs. Like, how petty can the government be? How oppressive can the government be to other nations? You know, like, since what? The Cuban Missile Crisis? Cuban cigars? Like, what? Why? There's a guy in Cuba who loves NFTs and probably made some good stuff, and then he's banned. You know, like, there's a lot of good people down there, and it's not fair, and this is silly, and this is what cryptocurrency has came here to solve. And we can't, and that's why we need truly decentralized projects for the next bubble. You know, we need real DeFi. That's why I got into Zen. Like I said, I think it's going to 0, but that's why I got into it, and I'm gonna keep minting it. I'm gonna keep minting it at Tengwei, or I don't know if it's gonna get lower. I've only been doing it for a few days, so, but it's cheap too, like YOLO. Like, you move way up the rankings with just a little bit. So I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game. DeFi is a game. Crypto is a game. And I might lose. It might be game over. But I'm playing it. And that's how I won before. And that's how I'm going to win again. I think that we're going to be bottoming soon. So there's the dump NFTs. I don't think you should buy any. I don't think you should buy any. I like the red carpet. Moving on. Okay, so what's going on, chat? I gotta make sure to show y'all some love. WW3, hey, just joined. What's your opinion on PulseChain launch timeline? Some rumors going around that RH waits for the next ETH EIP update which will take place in March or May, but probably delayed again. Yeah, I think Q1, Q2, I think it's going to come out. I think the May call, he meant May 2023, and y'all thought May 2022. So I think that's going to happen. I think something's going to come out. I just hope we don't get sparkstered, you know, like they just put something out just to avoid liability. You know, that's what I'm hoping. If it comes out and it's good, I think that it's gonna do well. I think it's gonna be a phantom competitor. I think it's gonna be very niche and very cult-like until some big name developers, like what happened with Phantom when Andre Kroniak and Daniel Sestagale came on. I think that's when some big devs come there and their followers come there, it's gonna explode. And I think it's going to do a Phantom. I think it's going to do something very similar. And I think Phantom is its main competitor. And it's also, full disclosure, a baby of mine. Alpha Commission, Polygon is building and making partnerships like crazy. Great potential from their humble origins. Yeah, I know they were Matic, you know what I mean? I really didn't like their dev team. And like, it did well and I missed it, you know? And so like, I never chase. I always just look for other opportunities, so I never got into it. You know what I mean? But now I think it could be, because I got my dump cards on there, now I'm curious about it. And because Rex wants to go there, I'm curious about it. So I'm going to put it on the radar and start watching it. But I think we'll be talking more about Shiba Inu ecosystem. I think that'll be an easy onboard for us. Just not to buy. I'm not telling you buy anything. I'm just like to explore. They have a lot going on. Leash, they got Bone, they got the Shiba Trum coming out. And I think it's something else to get into and be excited about. It's more DeFi, and it's got more hype than anything, and it doesn't have a black stain on its name. You know, and it's not gate kept, and it's one of the big hype coins out there. So we're going to look more into that. I'm not saying that's what you should get into, but yeah. So last, how does keeping Cubans poor make any sense? I know that's, dude, it's like it almost like pisses me off. It pisses me off, you know, big time. Alpha Commission, what's insane is US even has our Guantanamo Bay military there, and so how are we so afraid of them? Yeah, I know. And they're still driving cars from the 1950s because like we literally banned them. Like they were the first canceled. They were like the first, like in Korea and in Cuba have been canceled, and now we're getting canceled, you know, like for wrong think, you know, like very Orwellian. You know, I've recently dabbled in or George Orwell's 1984, and everything that's happened there is literally happening. Like they're trying to police the way you talk, the way you think, and delete words, rewrite history, things like that. You know, it's very Orwellian that we just cancel the country. We canceled a people. You know, they have mothers, sons, daughters, they have dreams, they have goals, they have aspirations, and they want to do NFT rugs. Just let them make monkey pictures, for God's sakes. Anyways, so let's take a look at Tesla now. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Elon Musk, as you know, and I like what he's doing with Twitter. I think he's based in Red Pill. I think he's one of us. You know, I think he's one of us, and I'm supporting as much as I can for him, and I'd like to buy Tesla. But right here, the Tesla market cap drop is bigger than the legacy car industry, and I just wanted to point out the insane euphoria of bubbles. Okay, this is an example of the insane euphoria of bubbles and how to spot the bubbles. Why? So you can sell. That's how I was able to sell the top in the last two markets. Actually, in 2018, I sold the top because I got fudded out on Tether FUD. I sold the top on altcoins in February. I believe that was 2018 and not 2019. It was one of those. Dyslexia is hitting hard. But yeah, so how do you spot, like, how do you know when it's time to get out or take profit? We were talking about in Hex, the reason why I did that is because we're curing cancer, Sense Foundation, we're going to live forever and all this shit. And I was like, I'm out. So, because I was hoping for $1 too, you know what I mean? But anywho, that's how I sold 45-cent Hex. So here's a way to spot the top. Here's a clear top signal, okay? So Tesla's market cap now amounts to $435 billion, down So that's 65% from its peak in January 3rd, 2022, when the electric car maker was valued over $1.2 trillion. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Apple was over $1 trillion, Amazon's over 1.8 trillion, so whatever, no big deal, right? So, but if you take a closer look, as the following chart shows, the combined market capitalization of Toyota, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, GM, Ford, Chrysler, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Nissan, Renault. And if you combine all of their market caps together, they're still $100 billion shy of what Tesla went down. What? Here's a chart. This is how much Tesla's market capitalization compared to the combined market caps of major car manufacturers. Right? So no, it must be, no, Tesla's is down to 435. It's not how much it fell. It fell 65 cents. That's why I got confused there for a second. Sorry. You combine all the car companies combined, that's how much it went down. Or it's 100 billion short. Talk about euphoria. Talk about a bubble. Talk about speculation. You know? So, and that's what made Elon one of the richest guys in the world, man. He knows how to hype. You know, and this guy loves Dogecoin. And this guy loves dog coins, and he's pumping them, and he pumped this shit. Look at this. Elon's a genius, dude, in my opinion. Now, I don't think he started Tesla. I think he bought it. I don't think he started PayPal. I think he was a part of it, founder. I don't think he's like genius on that level, but he knows how to pump. And that's another reason why I'm into dog coins. You know what I mean? And I know the Hexicans hate dog coins because everyone bought them instead of Hex. But yeah, and this is two things. One, how to spot a bubble. When you more than all the car companies combined, and you're like a tiny company who's, by the way, shutting down their Shanghai plant in China. They're shutting it down this week, and we're going to see further bleeding. We're going to see, we could see margin calls, and that's why Elon's been dumping, because he's paying his loans. Because billionaires, they don't sell shares to have money. They take loans against shares. And that way, if you take a loan against your shares, you don't have to pay taxes on it because you didn't take profit. So what happens is, once you start getting close to a margin call, you're a paper tiger. You need to dump and pay those loan balances before you need to pay that shit down before you get margin called. And that's what Elon's doing. So it's a sign of trouble. And he was smart to get out of crypto at 28,000, take a small hit. You know, they always say that taking a small loss is a lot better than taking a small loss is a blessing, because it's better than taking a big loss. And Elon's smart. And I think Tesla, I'd like to get into Tesla in this next cycle, but I think it's got a long ways to go. I mean, you've seen that. And also, you know, there's like new electric car companies. Everyone's doing electric cars now, and it's not so novel. And their body style is tired. It came out in 2012. You know, I had a Tesla Model S Performance with the turbine wheels and all the premium shit, Summon and autopilot, all of it. Bro, it looks the same as the 2012. You know, like, we got other car companies coming, and they're going to chip away at the market cap. And I looked at some of the other EV companies earlier, and actually they're down worse than Tesla, which is kind of crazy. But Tesla is, you know, it has moving advantage, and I'd like to get into it, but I think that it has some more problems and headwinds. You know, I want to see the Cybertruck. I want to see the Semi. I want to see some stuff coming up out of Tesla. But look at this shit. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I like to buy at the point of control. 20. Am I lunatic? Am I delusional? Probably. Maybe 52. You like this horizontal point and a resistance? Why don't we take a look at the monthly? Guys, I think we should diversify. I don't think you should do anything. I think I should diversify. That's what I want to do. You know what? Where's this pivot at? 81? I don't know, guys. This shit looked like it pumped a lot. I think she needs to deflate down into this area. Then I would go hard into Tesla. Yeah. So there's that. So does anybody want to talk about SBF? All right, let's take a look. The real DeFi is in the game we should be into. It would be great if Crypto Weekly Review made a video about the top DeFi project, live and upcoming. That's kind of what I was talking about today. I think Shiba Inu ecosystem is up and coming, and I'm very, very curious and interested in that. And I'm going to be talking more about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dive deep into it. I'm going to figure everything out, and then I'm going to present it to you guys and do all the mental processing. Because I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, that's why I kind of did this channel, is because I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to take a deep dive in it, figure it all out and shit, and see if it's worth doing. But that's the next ecosystem that I want to get into. I'm not just going to stay in this one. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just stay in this one. I am staying in it, but I'm going to like expand, you know, expand my horizons, bro. I think Shibatrum is coming, and I think it's going to be lit. And I think master pumper Elon Musk is going to keep pumping Doge. So I want to be part of that. He's doing big things. He's doing cool things. So there's been a cozy relationship between, there's so much fraud and corruption in this SBF thing. It's ridiculous. The SEC general counsel quits after cozy relationship with SBF. Apparently they were wining and dining him. The government official had previously been wined and dined with FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, so as you know, you remember Sam Bankman-Fried was lobbying, and he was trying to get his proposed to crypto regulations through. You remember that? Well, he was wining and dining these guys. He was donating millions and millions of dollars to the government and trying to get them to put his crypto proposal through, which would effectively kill DeFi and force people onto his platform. He wanted FTX friendly laws passed, and he wanted to manipulate the government into doing it. This thing stinks, and it shows. You can see all of it. It's just disgusting, despicable. So now this guy at the SEC stands down and retires because he didn't want to get fired. That's why. And the SEC general counsel, his name is Dan Berkowitz. And he's leaving the agency on January 31st. Good riddance. The government official, oh yeah. Here's what he says. After 34 years of public service, it is time for me to pursue new, different challenges and opportunities, Berkowitz said. Additionally, Berkowitz is the former commissioner of the commodities and he's the former commissioner of the CFTC. What? And tell me that doesn't stink. Tell me that's not dirty. There's backroom deals going on all over the place. If ever there was a scene to conjure, okay, Michael Chamberlain, the director of public trust, said, if there is ever a scene to conjure up a vision of DC rigged towards corrupt insiders at the expense of the little guy, it would be difficult to top this one. I mean, this is bad. The former commissioner of the CFTC, what's he doing working at the SEC? And then he's getting wined and dined by SBF. Oh my God. Not long before its collapse and a raft of fraud charges, SBF and his gang were wooing one of their would-be regulators, no doubt to try to manipulate the regulations to their advantage. Making backroom regulatory deals with bad actors is not a tool of the SEC toolbox. That's what SEC Chairman Gary Gensler said. Yeah. Sure seems like it. So this is what I was looking to start my stream with. Sorry, I know we're deep into the SBF thing, but I'm so tired of it. He's out on bail. So it's a $250 million bond, which means you have to put up $25 million up front, and then you have to put up you'll have to put up $225 million in collateral. So somebody came in and put up a couple $100 million in collateral for this guy, you know, because he only had $100,000. So, and now he's at mommy's and daddy's house, which after 3 days, I'm sure he's going to want to go back to jail after being around his parents. I would. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. Where's your holiday spirit, CWR? But yeah, so that's the whole thing stinks. He's out on bail. I totally called it. I said he's only giving up extradition because he's going to get bail right away. First day back, out on bail, freaking first day on a laptop. Freaking, this guy has laundering, fraud charges, all this stuff with crypto wallets. They give him a laptop. They let him be on the internet. You know, he's probably going to be on Twitter Spaces. Ridiculous world that we live in. Absolutely crazy. Check dude, Advertise the free Shiba copy on the Pulse. Biggest world airdrop in 2 weeks. Hey, you ain't lying, bro. If you build the Shiba Inu, you'll have it on there. Will the Shiba team respect that? Or build front ends for that? I don't know. Possibly. So if you're wrecked in 2022 market, these crypto founders and Bitcoin moguls lost $116 billion in 2022 altogether. So we're just going to take a quick peek to make us feel better and laugh at other people's misfortunes. How's that sound? So we got the embattled cryptocurrency industry, blah blah blah. We're not going to read all this crap. So here's the FUD list. We got Changpeng Zhao, which is CZ from Binance. His net worth is $65 million. Net was in March, and now it's $45 billion. $4.5 billion. We got SBF. He was worth $24 billion in paper gains in like a token that he invented and pumped. So no, but okay. Let's go with that. He was worth $24 billion in March, zero right now. So if you think you got it bad, Brian Armstrong, we've been following the saga at Coinbase. Remember, Brian Armstrong sold all of his Coinbase shares. I mean, like, which seemed to be the bottom. He was worth $6 billion, now only $1.5 billion. Gary Wang, FTX Alameda Research, I believe he was indicted and is cooperating with Caroline. He was worth 5.90. Chris Larson, the Ripple XRP, he's not down that much, probably because they dump like every other day. XRP team just dumps and dumps and dumps. The Winklevoss twins, these are the guys that did Facebook. They got that stolen, they got wrecked on, Zuck wrecked them, and now Bitcoin wrecked them. They're worth 4 billion, now 1.1. Barry Silbert, why is DSG at 0? I don't get that. Am I missing something? Did they file for bankruptcy? Tim Draper, pretty much everybody's absolutely wrecked right now. The big names, the big dogs, the big founders, the big scammers, they're wrecked. So don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged. Look for opportunity. That's what I say. Look for opportunity for the next market. Look at Changpeng Zhao. Look at the pain in his eyes right here. You know, ride it out, boys. Ride it out. This will all come rushing back. And it's going to be bigger and badder than last time. Because now crypto is mainstream and you can buy it with the touch of a button without a broker. You can just go on there. You can lay in bed in your underwear and buy crypto. Unlike stocks and equities. So it's going to come back. It's going to come back with a vengeance, and don't worry. Another corruption judge pulls out of SBF FTX case, citing that husband's law firm advisory link. So the judge overseeing the FTX case, her husband was advising FTX. Talk about corruption, man. Like this, it's a giant circle jerk, and you're not in it. Well, you might be in the center of it, getting you're cleaning up after. It's a giant circle jerk, and you're cleaning up after. Okay, is that another one of my coin phrases? There's Crypto Weekly Review Razor, like Occam's razors. There's GCC, the Great Crypto Financial Crisis, and it's all a big circle jerk. And you're cleaning up after. That's what it looks like. This is ridiculous. So let's keep going. So this is now everybody's saying that inside the $4 million Silicon Valley home where Sam Bankman-Fried is under house arrest, right? Everybody on Twitter's like, oh, he's going to a mansion in California. Well, let's take a look at this. Ain't it? This is an ad. There he is right there. By the way, guys, I saw this thing on Twitter where girls were talking, like taking a poll. And ever since SBF was arrested, that girls think he's way more attractive and want to date him. This is the world we're living in, guys. So there he is, all grizzled, going to mommy's house. And here's mom's house. What the? This is the mansion they're talking about on Twitter? This is it? This is it? Actually, it's 3,000 square feet. So technically, a mansion has to be over 6,500 square feet, technically. But yeah, I mean, this is Silicon Valley. You're paying for the location. This is a $4 million home, which the family, the Bankman-Fried family, bought this house in 1992. So it's not with FTX funds, and they paid $700 $100,000 for this house in 1992. My house, like, you know, I understand I live in the Midwest and a lot of you guys have seen my house. If my house was sitting there in Silicon Valley, it'd probably be like 10 million, you know, because dude, this shit looks like a dump, bro. No, not saying it. I'm saying it's a dump relative to $4 million. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a dump. It's a nice house. I would be happy to live in it. Okay. But I'm just saying for $4 million, come on, you know, it's got wallpaper. So this is where Sam Bankman-Fried's going to be playing League of Legends. Oh, shit. Okay. He's got a nice little swimming pool to cool off after a long day of scamming. He's got a nice little TV right here to watch anime prawn. But yeah, so there you go. That's where he is now. What else I got on FTX? Oh yeah. In the bankruptcy, they're saying that the FTX wants they asked the judge if they could pay over $2,100 per hour for bankruptcy lawyers, right? And this is unreasonably high for the norm. So that's what happens a lot of times in these bankruptcies filings, is that the little guy gets hurt. You know, the secured creditors get paid back, the lawyers get paid, and afterwards there's just crumbs. It's a big circle jerk, and you're cleaning up after. Hold your own keys, hold your own coins, and be careful, and don't trust anybody, because FTX looked good. They looked. I thought he was taken over, but it turned out he was trying to be the Federal Reserve in the 2008 crash and buy everything up to keep it from collapsing. That's what the truth was. So there you go. The lawyers, the secured creditors, they're all going to get paid. Government's going to get paid in fines, and you're going to be screwed. So hold your own keys, do real DeFi, you know, keep your money in the contracts. Even they can rug, you know, but it's a lot safer, apparently, safer than this. So, okay, so let's take a look at Alpha California Mansion. It is a California mansion. You know, I recently rented a C8 Corvette, and then I took it up Pacific Coast Highway, just like bucket list. That's what I do with my life. I'm looking for the next bucket list. You know what I mean? Like, next, what I want to do is like get left on a deserted island and just catch and cook and survive. That's my next big goal. But anyways, long story short, I rented a C8, and I'm doing the Pacific Coast Highway, right? And dude, it's crazy out there, expensive. Like, I was in Laguna Beach, and there was nowhere to park. I couldn't park anywhere, nowhere. Right, so I actually rented a hotel and decided to stay the night in Laguna Beach so I could park my C8. It's crazy out there. Yeah, that is a California mansion, Alpha Commission. Last girls be crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at some more. Let's take a look at. All right, so guys, there's a big problem, you know, like this Vertigo guy. I got to figure out if I can get a hold of him for his giveaway, because he's not here. Win prize given. Yeah, I'm in this to win this. What's up, WoofPack? What's up, Marcel? I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Anyway, so we're winding down a little bit on this stream. We got the public Bitcoin mining companies collectively owe more than $4 billion, as you know. Core Scientific, the one that's behind my big old ugly mug, this guy, they already filed for bankruptcy. Looks like Marathon is up there. So if I were to invest hypothetically into mining stocks, it'd probably be Bitfarms and Iris Energy. I think they got their shit together. And you know, as long as Bitcoin mining is not profitable in the United States, so $3,000 each Bitcoin mined is at a $3,000 loss right now. But that's not deterring the mining difficulty or new miners. Gone in 27 seconds. Now that's faster than Nicolas Cage can steal a car, right? Twice as fast. Gone in 27 seconds. Latest Bitmain Antminer sells out. So it's still hot, right? The Antminer retailed for $2,000 per unit, which is pretty cheap considering the price collapse of mining hardware this year. The HNS blah blah blah, these things are selling like freaking hotcakes, right? They all sold out right away. So Bitcoin's not dead, mining's not dead. Some mining companies over leveraged with cheap debt. Now the Federal Reserve is clawing it back, and the tide is going down, and there was a lot of people swimming naked, and Core Scientific was swimming naked, and they're going to get what's coming to them. But Bitcoin is not going to be 51% attacked. It's going to be fine. These mining companies are still mining, and I'm bullish Bitcoin long term. I'm not buying any. It's a pet rock, you know, like can't do anything with it right now, but it is a symbol of financial freedom, and it's the most highly adopted cryptocurrency. So I still have a big portfolio of Bitcoin that I'll never sell. I'll just, you know, hopefully I can retire. That's my CWR retirement plan. So yeah, man, that's crazy. Gone in 27 seconds. Really, truly amazing. A lot of people aren't from the US, so they probably don't care, but Congress just passed a $1.7 trillion spending bill. That includes stuff, millions of dollars for gender equality and climate initiatives. Look, inflation comes from government spending. So yes, they're going to get this money. They're going to print it out of thin air, but somebody has to pay for it, and you pay for it in inflation. So there's two ways to raise money the government has. There's one, they could tax you, which has to go through Congress, which is very not popular, and people get voted out for raising taxes. It's not a fun, easy thing to do. So what they do is they just print money. So they could either collect money from taxes, or they collect money through inflation, right? So they're stealing money with purchasing power from your account. So basically, let's say the CPI is 7.1%. They are taking their grubby little fingers, they're going into your savings account, and they're pulling out 7.1% tax every year. Now, if I were to come to you, knock on your door and say, hey, Crypto Weekly Review here, running for Senate, and I want to raise your taxes by 7.1% this year. You slam the door in my face, right? Well, that's a backhanded tax. Inflation is 100% a tax, and you pay for this tax every time you go try to buy a steak, right? Anytime you go pump your gas, and instead of taxing you legitimately, they're taxing you on the back end behind your back and stealing your purchasing power. And they're counting on a dumb population that doesn't understand this. And this is why we want to get into diversify into different kinds of hard assets. Some things that hold their value, because hard assets are going to hold their value. Like my R8, it's down, but it's going to hold its value because it's a desired car. It's a super car. I drive it fucking down the main street, the club street in my town. I've got girls trying to get in, literally. You know what I mean? It's like it's a wow factor. It's going to hold its value. You got houses; they're going to hold their value and go up. You got your cryptocurrencies, you got your hard assets, you got your, like, I have gold, I collect coins. I got like Roman gold coins and all this shit. I have bullion, I have silver bars. You know what I mean? Like I tried to diversify myself as much as possible. You know, Rolex is a good one, because Rolex is a currency, man. You can go anywhere in the world. If that's all you have on your wrist, you'll get money out of it. You'll get a proper amount of the global going rate for it. You know what I mean? As long as it's stock and factory, you know. So Rolex is something like that, you know. Something, you know, like if Richard Hart gets whatever, his money frozen, he has all his Rolexes. You know, he has $1 million Rolex. He could go sell it anywhere, anytime. You know. So that's one of those things. It's a great store of value. It's a rich man's store of value. You know, like you can wear it, you can flex it, and then so you know, you want to get a Rolex, you know, you want to get a house, you want to get a good low interest rate loan, you know what I mean, things like that, because they're going to keep spending. They're funding the government with $1.7 trillion just to fund the government 1 year, and they're spending it on a bunch of dumb shit. And you're paying for it. We're paying for it in inflation. And if you're not in the United States, guess what? You're in Europe, you're still paying for it, because they're doing exactly everything that you know, they're basically an echo chamber. It's basically Oceania, you know, from George Orwell's book. You know, like it's a global thing. So yeah, this is how they scam us. So with that, guys, I'll answer any more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Wolves gotta eat. Vertigo is my alter ego. Is it really? Prove it. Prove it to me. DM me on Telegram if you're for real. I'll have you I'll have you respond through YouTube, and then I'll give you your giveaway. If not, we're gonna do one on the next video. We live in a clown world for real. Wolves gotta eat. Shout out to you last. Shout out to you guys. It's getting expensive to simp my favorite e-girls. E-girl inflation is sky high. So with that, guys, I think we'll end the stream. This is a really good and fun stream. Hopefully it was informative. Try not to go 2 hours, and hopefully on in a couple days I'm gonna have a new video. I'm gonna have more like comedy videos and fun, informative videos, and I'm gonna be doing deep dives into the Shiba Inu universe and start to try to, you know, get familiar with it. You know, it's always hard to like the stuff that you know is so easy because you know all about it, and it's a lot of mental energy to like learn something new, especially some shit that you don't actually care about. So I'm going to be digging a deep dive into that. I'm going to keep minting Zen for now, and I think Zen's going to 0, just for a record. And I'll see you soon. I love you. I miss you. Bye bye. Bye bye.